Resident Evil 4 is one of my absolute favorite games. If I was stuck on a deserted island and I could only play 3 games for the rest of my life, Resident Evil 4 would be one of them. This game is a masterpiece, and I could go on and on about how great it is. But today we're going to talk about the remake of Resident Evil 4, how it compares to the original, and which one is better. Alright, let's talk about the few elephant in the room things here. Obviously, the game is going to look better. It's going to play a little bit different. You know, a lot of people didn't like the idea of the knife breaking, but I thought they implemented the knife durability system really well. Actually, they redid the layout of a lot of things, and they removed all the QTE, well, not all the QTE, most of the QTE. The main one that I had a problem with was the giant boulder at the beginning of the game, and then the second one you run from before the fish. On professional, it's nearly impossible to freaking tap X fast enough to avoid that goddamn boulder. So I'm really glad they changed that. Other than that, I didn't have too much trouble with the QTE. A lot of people don't like QTE. I think it's kind of a generational thing, you know. People who are old as shit like me don't have a problem with it because it was in the games back then. Some of the younger people now, they don't like it. They can't do it. Anyways, you know, they changed the layout for a lot of things, and they redid all the treasure locations, which I thought was cool. You gotta buy the map now if you want to get all the treasure. So, you know, that kind of sucks in a way, but I thought they did it well. They redid how you can cash in on treasure too. So like when you grab the chalice, there's more than one chalice in the game, and you know, pick all the little like gems. You pick up the rubies and the sapphires and all that crap, and you stick them in the chalice or whatever other treasure it is, and then you can sell that more than once. So I thought that was pretty good. One thing I kind of had an issue with was the severe lack of ammo in this game. It seems like pretty much the only ammo I got was handgun ammo through the whole game. Like, it got to the point of where when I was upgrading my weapons, I'm looking at this and I'm realizing there's absolutely no point for me to upgrade my ammo capacity because I'm never going to have a full clip. Like, I think I can count them. I think I had a full clip before the Krauser fight because you get a lot of ammo before that. And then probably before the last fight with Sadler. It was the only time in the game that all my weapons had a full clip. Other than that, I was freaking scrapped for ammo for the entire game. You might argue that adds some challenge to it, the fact that there's severely limited ammo, but I thought it sucked. You know, if I'm going through a gauntlet of enemies and all of a sudden the only thing I have is 3 shots from my rifle and my knife, I'm probably gonna die. And it's just something that got frustrating, and I didn't even play on the hardest difficulty. The first time I played on, not the easiest one, but the one above that. Standard, I think. And yeah, I was constantly running out of ammo, and I was using my knife as much as I could. They definitely could have taken some of the knife pickups, because there's a shit ton of knife pickups you can get. They definitely could have taken some of that and swapped it for ammo. And something besides handgun ammo. Like, I wound up experimenting because, you know, I'm holding the handgun for most of the game. It's like, okay, well, if I hold my shotgun, am I going to get more shotgun ammo drops? And vice versa. Because that's how scarce ammo was. Okay, enough about the ammo rant. They added challenges. As you can see, the guy's hitting the blue medallions right now. And to get spindles, and spindles unlock special items like the TMP stock and all that good stuff. They also added kind of mini bosses in a sense. There's a dog, a knight, and then an undead that you can fight that are tougher than usual, and killing them gives you like 10 spindles or whatever it is. So that's pretty cool. The only real downside to that is if you want to fully upgrade a gun, you need to have 30 or 40 spindles to buy the special upgrade permit. And then you can get, so if you want to max out the broken butterfly, which makes it the most damaging weapon in the game, I don't know if the hand cannon's in the game. Anyways, if you want to max out the broken butterfly to get the best gun in the game, you're gonna have to do those side quests and get those spindles to buy that. So, you know, some people might say it's kind of a chore, it's kind of grindy, but I didn't think it was too bad. Another thing that they did well is you can go back in the game because you're gonna get, like, there's a cube you get that unlocks cube puzzles. And so you can go back in the game to get those treasures that you missed earlier, and there's going to be, you know, enemies there. There might even be, like, not, I wouldn't say necessarily a mini-boss, but a pretty strong enemy there that you have to fight and deal with if you want to get that treasure. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's almost like an open world game in a sense, especially when it comes to the boat in the village. When you get that boat, you can drive it around. And there's multiple areas that you can go to where you can find treasure and supplies and stuff like that. And it's actually pretty cool. So it's kind of open world. I'd say it's about as much open world as a Dark Souls game is. You know, the only difference here would be once you get to the castle and the island stage, the rest of the game, you can't go back. I think a little bit before then, like, once you go through the minecart area, if you miss that treasure there, you're not going to be able to go back and get it. So, but they still implemented that really well. And, you know, I wasn't sure about this. Me being such a huge fan of Res 4, I was going to buy it no matter what. But I wasn't sure if they were just going to reskin it. Kind of like they did with the Spyro trilogy, I think is the best example. You know, sometimes when they do a remake, they'll just do a total graphical enhancement and it'll look great, but they won't change any of the core game. And I think Spyro is really the only one that I played that has done that. The other remakes like Res 2 and Res 3, which I didn't really care for. I never played the original Res 3, but I heard they cut out like certain stuff. I heard they cut out a lot of it actually, which would make sense to why it's so damn short. I thought the remake sucked, my personal opinion. But so I was curious what they were gonna do here. I'm glad they took this route because for someone who's played the game a billion times like me, it was almost like playing a new game. You know, it was kind of like playing a new game, but you're playing a different version of it. You know, an example of that would be like the Force Unleashed games. The PS3 version is different from the PS2 version. So it was kind of like that. But it was good. It was good. Just play it. It's good. They also changed some parts up. Right here, the part where you're supposed to fight the, I forget what they're called, but the two guys with the long claws, the ones that are blind, and it's hard as shit in the original. Yeah, it was pretty easy here. I did it my second try. It took a little bit of effort. I think I got far away enough. I let the NPCs lure the guys over there, and then I just sniped them with my rifle. And some parts they force you to do the harder method, or they just made it a lot harder. The Salazar fight is hard as shit and sucks. You've got about half a freaking millisecond to get a shot off after he spits acid on you, and he has a one-shotting attack, which you have to watch out for. So you're constantly in cover because you don't want to get hit by that one-shotting attack. But then you also need to hit him in order to, you know, kill his ass. And then he's jumping all over the room like a fly that just snorted some cocaine. So yeah, that fight sucked and was hard as shit. Another part that they forced hard on you, but it wasn't too bad, was the part where you have to fight the twin chainsaw sisters. In the original, you can choose between going down the twin sister path or going down the giant path. And the twin sisters are hard as shit. So I would always pick the giant path. I think I did the sisters once and I just could not do it. But this game forces you to fight the twin sisters, but they're a lot easier. They're not friggin' impossible. Like, they're still tough. They can still one-shot you because they're a chainsaw, you know. But you can stun them with grenades, shoot the shit out of them when they're on the ground, stuff like that. Whereas in the original, like, it's like, boom, they're on you, they're after you. They're coming, I think, from different directions. Like, you gotta pick and choose your targets. You gotta be quick so you don't get killed. If I had to give this game some complaints, two major ones are lack of ammo, severe lack of ammo. Second would be they cut out the It boss fight, or the U3 boss fight, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you remember him. Remember this friggin' guy? Yeah, that one right there. You fight him in the cargo containers, and then you fight him on the land. Yeah. It was a kick-ass fight. I don't know why they cut it. People were saying it was because of the QTE, which, again, wasn't that bad here. You either remember to press square and X, or you remember to press L1 and R1 to dodge. It wasn't hard at all. And yeah, a lot of people said they found it annoying having to do the storage crate falling thing. Like, I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't find it, like, super impossibly hard. But they just cut it out. Completely cut it. I heard it was replaced with the chase sequence, which wasn't there. But yeah, they just totally cut it out. And that sucks. Because it was a fun part of the game. And yeah, so they cut out a major boss for no reason, really. I'm hoping what they'll do is they'll include it in Ada's campaign, or whatever you want to call that thing. I didn't like Ada's campaign personally. I didn't like Separate Ways or Assignment Ada. I thought they both sucked. But I would be willing to buy them and play them to fight this thing again. Because one, I want to see how they redid it, see how it looks. And two, I just want to fight it because it was a cool fight. All in all, I think it was a great game. I think they did a great job. I wasn't a fan of the last two Resident Evil remakes, so I was kind of on the fence about this one. I was like, man, I really hope they don't screw it up. I hope they don't cut out a ton of shit. But no, they did good. It's a solid game. If you ask me, I'm going to put on my fanboy glasses until the original is better. And that's purely for the fact that they cut out the It boss fight. If they had left the It boss fight in here, I could like this more. But just why'd you cut out? Why'd you cut out the boss, man? Like just leave him in the game. Leave him in the game. There's no problem with him being in the game. Anyways, oh yeah, that's why I haven't posted in a while. I've been playing the remake of this game. I just finished it. I figured I'd make a video on it, and yeah, I'm gonna start making videos on other stuff, nonsense, whatnot. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this video. Let me know what you think down below of Res 4. Let me know what you think of the other two remakes too, if you liked them, if you thought they were crap on a cracker. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. Have a great day.